Polaris is known as the North Star in the constellation of Ursa Minor. On one of the main planets I've channeled, Polaris is a beautiful snowy place and the atmosphere is just like Christmas. The trees there are like Christmas trees, beautiful lakes and rivers, birds flying and singing beautifully. The sky is light violet to orange, yellow, red, and white sky. One of the signature scenery was the violet flowers, a garden of violet flowers under a gentle sunshine. This has always come to my image whenever I connect with Polaris. Polaris is a very peaceful place with little to no conflicts, as the energy there is really light. The beings residing there have light bodies and everything they create is from light and spirit because manifestations are instantaneous there. The atmosphere in Polaris has transcended beyond the universe matrix, and the beings there are capable of tapping into the celestial or angelic codes or all those miraculous superpowers that we all are supposed to have access to. On Earth, the connection is mostly cut. That's why many of us Starseeds and angelic souls are bringing that heaven to Earth, which is also a very tough mission. The people in Polaris are also deeply connected in one consciousness, which we call as Oneness. Here on Earth, we have a split consciousness and everyone is tapped differently and is self-serving in their own way. But in Polaris, the consciousness is unanimous. If you channel one of the Polarians, you are essentially speaking to them all together. They are all connected as one. The Polarians have their own realms as they live as spirits. Their houses, cabins, and lifestyles are all done in their realms as spirit. But they can also create something dense, something physical. Like I saw, the birds that were flying and singing are physical beings. The birds cannot see them or touch them, however, but they can feel the presence of the Polarians. It's just all the realms have different laws and physics, but somehow the Polarians are able to bridge them so they magically intertwine with each other in harmony. On Earth, we are still very confused. We still debate ghosts, aliens, the supernatural and superpowers, which create a lot of ambiguity, disturbance, confusion, and uncertainty in the consciousness. The Polarians are the greatest example of how they brought heaven to this matrix universe. They were able to reprogram and overwrite the system to create their heaven, which is the Ascension Plan B I mentioned on my one of my videos about the 2 Ascension plans. So check that video out if you want to know more. Their lifestyles are very free and they are also great hermits. They just want to be in peace. So you may find them lying on a hammock in peace or in their cozy cabin, sitting near the fireplace. Many of us may consider that kind of life being boring and lazy, so it does bring the question of whether they ever feel bored. In fact, can we ever get bored in heaven to the point souls would choose to come here and find stimulations, of all places, on Earth? I've heard of that theory before. Well, at least for me, I don't find that resonating at all. I don't think anyone would deliberately choose to come here for fun, unless they are masochists. This place is tough. Back to the question, I do think there are times they may feel bored because it's always the same lifestyle over there. But in here, most of us are constantly creating drama and chaos, so I bet you guys would crave for a Polarian life, right? a life of divine peace, a life of pure serenity. And then, of course, we have the 3D body that gets in our way and gets bored pretty easily and craves for fun and chaos. That's the duality of human life. Our spirit and body, and being able to balance and work together even though we are kind of a duality friction that is opposing each other. Finding the balance to overcome that duality can be the way to maintain peace, accepting both chaos and peace into oneness, and transmuting it all into the one source light is how you can break through the duality perception. Let's talk about the missions of Polarian souls. The Polarians strive to bridge between this universe matrix and the celestial angelic realms. They specialize in dimension hopping or realm jumping, and they are able to cross through realms and dimensions with ease. In one vision, I see a huge spaceship made of light and spirit energy. So they are nothing like the physical technology, but somewhat shares similar functions. The spaceship has the power to adapt to denser frequencies, so they're able to travel to lower frequencies. It's like they're trying to bridge the gap as much as possible, knowing how the end is coming soon, as this universe matrix won't last long due to it being corrupted. They want to help reach lower densities to lower souls or spirits and pull them out to allow them to see the true light, the true potential of this magical world, and what they are truly capable of doing. Polarians are also migrated soul groups, originating from the angelic realms. They decided to incarnate in this universe in Polaris, so that explains why they have a much lighter body, their knowledge from the higher realms, and their determination to help this universe. Polarians that are currently incarnated on Earth are usually the ones native to Polaris, meaning they were born or created in Polaris. As I mentioned, the earlier batch of Polarians are rooted with angelic origins. These Polarians, on the other hand, have it much harder, as the environment they were raised are nothing like the societies or civilizations of this universe. I mean, even places like Arcturus and the Pleiadians are much denser than Polaris, as they are more physical. In Arcturus, there are a lot of machines, spaceships, technologies, numbers, mathematics, and all kind of mental stimulation. In the Pleiades, there are also lots of spaceship and technology, political conference in Alcyon, military. And of course there are plenty of nature and sacred space, sacred temples and churches and sites. But my point is, Polarian souls, they have no interactions with these type of technologies, with the physical at all. Just imagine them coming from a place similar to Antarctica or Greenland, and you suddenly migrate them to places like London, New York, or Tokyo. It's that huge, the gap. So the younger generations of Polarians do decide to explore this universe on a whim, and they would incarnate on different civilizations. One of them would be planet Earth. I've talked with clients from Polaris, and deep inside they always recall home, in their subconscious, in their dreams. They often recall the beautiful scenery there, the dazzling white of snowfields and garden fields of violet. A longing for home, even as they are connected to it all the time. Most of them struggle to fit in energetically. They may fit in physically, but that's because they are wearing masks. But deep inside, there is always this feeling that something is missing. Outside their mission, Polarian Starseeds are generally wanderers in wonder. They are very open-minded and easygoing, and they always love a good laugh. Here's a story of a Polarian from the angelic realms. A boy was looking at the universe, feeling empathetic, but also determined to do something. He calls out his mom and dives into the universe willingly. The space of trillion stars and glamorous light of magic and wonders. A mysterious and magical creation, but in reality, not many are getting along. People are constantly in a state of turmoil and conflict. The arguing, the scribbles he felt and heard in the collective was a non-equilibrium of cacophony. Soon other members of his family caught up to him and decided to settle temporarily on a planet in Polaris, building Polaris on its most enlightened state, and even a portal that bridges between their home and Polaris. The Polarians rejoice as it gave the world a new hope. Thank you for watching my video. Please like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share this video with your friends. I also offer Akashic record reading as a service, and if you're interested in knowing your origin or needing any help, please feel free to check out my website and book a reading with me. Once again, much love and peace, and I'll see you on my next video.